Are you considering the carnivore diet? Are you not sure where to start and the different options that are available for you? In this video, we're going to look at the 5 levels of the carnivore diet, and hopefully you'll find something in there that will help you kickstart your carnivore journey. So let's go. I'm going to use the carnivore pyramid to explain the 5 levels of the carnivore diet, starting from the least strict to the most hardcore. You see, the problem is most of us grew up thinking that the traditional food pyramid was correct. We thought that we had to have 6 to 11 servings a day of bread, cereals, starches, pasta, and all that junk. But since this gained wide popularity in 1992, the global obesity rates have gone through the roof. Even here in Africa, the rise of type 2 diabetes and hypertension, even amongst young people, has skyrocketed. And that is because this food pyramid is wrong. It has failed us. And truth be told, this was actually a marketing campaign from the Department of Agriculture in the US, rather than anything even led by scientific evidence. So I guess you can say the marketing campaign was very successful. But since then, there's been a group of rogues that have dared to challenge the status quo. And that's how we have the carnivore diet today. So the carnivore diet becomes a return to the way we're actually biologically meant to eat. Rather than having all those breads, grains, and starches at the bottom of the pyramid, in the carnivore pyramid, we have meat as the bottom of the pyramid. And that leads us to level 1, meat-based diet. This diet has been made more popular recently by the former strict carnivore diet, Dr. Paul Saladino. In a meat-based diet, they tend to get rid of most of the grains and most of the carbohydrates that you find at the bottom of the traditional food pyramid. They keep fruits and vegetables, and some of them even do rice. So Dr. Paul Saladino thinks that this is the best way to live for longevity, having the base of your food be animal-based products, followed by dairy and then some fruits and vegetables and some rice, and I think he's now added potatoes to his diet. I think there's some credence to what he says based on some recent studies that have come out. The studies show that people with a lower BMI tend to have higher cholesterol levels on a ketogenic diet versus people that have a higher BMI. So maybe there is some wisdom there to say, as you lower your BMI and as you get to your ideal weight, to start adding some of these other things back into your diet eventually. And interesting enough, this is the version of the carnivore diet that I want my children to be a part of, and we're working towards that at the moment. Level 2, ketovore. This is a term coined by Nisha Berry, who is the wife of Dr. Ken Berry. Basically, it's an animal-based version of the keto diet. The ketogenic diet focuses mainly on low-carb vegetables and fruits, and then has meat on top of that. But the ketovore variant flips that on its head, where it's more animal-based, more meat-based, with some fruits and vegetables that are low carb on top of that. There's still a focus on removing refined carbohydrates completely and reducing a lot of plant foods as well. This allows for people who want some variety in their diets, who can't just stick to having meat by itself, while still being able to enjoy some of the benefits of being on a carnivore diet. This again is recommended for those that are most likely metabolically healthy, who don't have any autoimmune disorders, because we can see that some plants trigger a reaction. Then we have level 3, carnivore. This is the level where I assume Dr. Sean Baker sits at. And this is where most people tend to land when they are on the carnivore diet. Again, there's no plants and no carbohydrates. On this level, people have all types of meat, fish, eggs, and some variations of dairy as well. Some people might add some spices and condiments to their food, just depending on personal preferences. All meat is allowed, and sometimes based on budgetary constraints, even some processed meat is allowed as well. And at this level, and probably in the 2 levels above, seed oils are out of the question because they are so bad for you. On the ketovore and meat-based diets, you might find people having more coconut oil or olive oil. But from this level down, it is definitely animal fats, mostly butter, that is used to cook food, or beef tallow. Then we have level 4, strict carnivore. This is where I think and I believe Dr. Anthony Chaffee stands. Maybe actually more between this level, level 4, and level 5 that we'll discuss just now. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. On strict carnivore, beef, bacon, eggs, and butter is the name of the game. No spices and no condiments at all. Dairy is very limited, if any at all, and meat products tend not to be processed, with people leaning actually into more grass-fed, grass-finished animal products and free-range chicken and stuff like that. And at this level is where you find most of the benefit when it comes to your gut health, dealing with metabolic disorders, and a lot of weight loss as well. This video is brought to you by the Beef and Bible community. This is a community where we glorify God in our bodies through the carnivore lifestyle. So if you'd like to be part of this community online, join us on school for encouragement and equipping, fellowship and fun as we go on this carnivore journey together. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. Then we have level 5, the lion diet. This diet was made famous by Michaela Peterson. This is the strictest form of the carnivore diet, and is good for those that are dealing with autoimmune disorders and those with metabolic disorders as well. These are for those wanting a very strict elimination diet. What do people eat on the lion diet? Just ruminant meat, salt, and water. That's it. Many people find that ruminant meat, or meat that comes from ruminant animals, that's your cattle, goats, sheep, bison, antelope, or anything that has the 4 chambers of the stomach, to be much healthier for you and more nutrient dense. They find that the ruminant animals are able to best process plant matter into high quality meat. This is why you find that people who eat ruminant meat tend to not have many issues when it comes to histamine levels or other reactions to meat as you might have with other animals such as pork or even chicken. Plus, ruminant meat tends to have a better balance of fats and proteins. So which level of the carnivore diet is right for you? The questions to ask are: what are your goals? What ailments are you facing in your life and in your body? Answering those questions will help you decide which version of the carnivore diet is right for you. Ultimately, the carnivore diet is a strict elimination diet, which means you eliminate all sorts of other things so that your body can heal and recover, and then you add them back slowly to make sure that you know what your body has aversions to, whatever allergies you might have, or things that just react with your body. So if you're doing it to find out what your food sensitivities are, then I recommend either going strict carnivore or with the lion diet. You'll be surprised how good you feel and what you learn about your body after 30, 60, or even 90 days on the carnivore diet. So what are your thoughts on the 5 levels? Did I miss a level? Do you agree? Please leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video here, where we answer the question, how science proves that gluttony is not your fault. We'll look at the science behind hormones and how that uncovers the issue of gluttony altogether. I'll see you there.